They're amazing, friendly animals. These animals have the ability that some other animals don't. They can pause their pregnancy. If a kangaroo develops 100 cells for a joey, and it's not the right conditions yet, it's really dry outside, there's no water, the food's not right.
And instinctively they know that?
They can release a chemical in their body that actually suspends the joey from developing any further. And then when they're ready to have when they're ready to have a baby, it's, great raining season, whatever that might be, they can actually continue that process. They release another chemical, allow the process to continue, and they can have a baby in their own choosing. So that, it's really the animals are so unique, unlike anything you'll see in the animal kingdom. Every animal's got its unique aspect, and I certainly don't want to take that away. But kangaroos can do some really cool things.
So you started as the animal handler here.
Mm-hmm.
You come from Australia.
Yes.
But you really had no experience in that regard, right?
No, not really.
Your background was more in sales and marketing and management.
I did grow up on a farm in Australia, so I knew animal care basics. I knew food, water, shelter. And then, through working, I did a lot of work in management. And stayed in that background. So I had the background in management, I had a basic understanding of animals, but coming to the zoo, you just immerse yourself into, when I was a zookeeper, what can I do? I want to be the best zookeeper. I don't want to be a zookeeper, I want to be the best zookeeper that there is. And so I made that happen. I did more work and educated myself and did whatever I needed to do to understand these animals, understand their backgrounds, understand how to care for them. And that's how we care for them. Now what are other zoos doing? Okay,
your passion is just pouring through.
Well, you have to be.
To do this kind of work, you have over 150, almost 160?
Yeah, 163 animals.
Here. How many kangaroos?
We have 37.
37
Now, that's
kangaroos.
not including the joeys in the pouch.
Okay.
I don't count the joeys until they actually come out of the pouch for the first time. It's not that I don't love them and care for them. I just need them to actually step out of the pouch and be like, okay, 38.
Okay, not that he doesn't love and care for them. This is the man who, are you serious? You raised a kangaroo, Weston.
Yes, yep.
In your home, you have a very kind landlord.
I have an amazing landlord.
So what, you would bring the kangaroo home like a dog, right?
I do. The kangaroo, Weston stayed with me for a year and a half, and he was not a lot bigger than this coffee cup, actually. He was about twice the size of this coffee cup.
Are they really that small?
He was, absolutely tiny, nearly naked, and no hair on his body. And what had happened was his mother, Galara, is actually the oldest kangaroo we have. She's 23. Their natural lifespan is 12 to 15. And she had run out of milk. Okay. So she just had to reject him. Well, in the wild, he would have passed away. But here, that's not going to happen. I'm not going to let that happen.
Not going to let that happen.
Not going to let that happen. So he stayed with me for about a year and a half, and I was his mother, as far as he was concerned at that point. And he was with me 24/7.
But now he's back with the rest of the kangaroos. Yep. And do you still get a sense when you're in there with all of them that he recognizes you and still thinks you're mom?
He is the only kangaroo that will come straight up to me.
Is that right?
I can walk in there and I can say ch-ch-ch, which that sound is what kangaroos make when they're calling for their young. And they do it a lot better than I do, but he understands that part. He gets it, exactly. And he will still come up to me, and I'll absolutely love it.
Mick McGill, who is the general manager at Kentucky Down Under in Horse Cave, Kentucky, and everything you always wanted to know about kangaroos. We are coming to you on Coffee Near Me. You can keep the conversation going. And we're in the gift shop, which used to be a dance hall, which is really very cool. So thank you for letting us come and crash your space. But before we get away, have a drink of your coffee. You may need it. Living or dead, if you could sit down and have coffee with anyone, who would it be?
Oh, living or dead. Well, I'm going to go with Meatloaf, the singer.
The singer?
I know it's really bizarre, but I know it's certainly not the answer most people would expect, but I absolutely adore his music. That would be, if I could choose anybody, that would be living still.
Okay. Meatloaf.
Yeah, Meatloaf.
There you go.
Amazing music.
Maybe he likes kangaroos.